name is Karen Lamb, and I have a feature film, Evangeline. Evangeline was really written for the young women that are in my life, and I hope that women who have ever experienced violence or have ever felt like they can't do something can actually see themselves in the film. The most rewarding part of working on Evangeline was the chance to work with so many talented actors. I think prior to doing the film, I found actors actually frankly intimidating, but I realized that it was really fantastic. I felt like a den mom. I think it's because my cast, for the most part, were quite young, and I think it just felt like if anything, I just felt very protective of them, and even though I think I made them do some pretty horrible things, it's just always making sure that they're all right and clearing that space for their performances. As a writer, I like to write things like night, forest, raining. As a director, I don't like to be in the forest at night when it's raining, and so I'm kind of averse to being that damp and that cold and that wet. And so I think a couple of times, there's a scene in the car. I'm in the back seat, and I actually was in this puffy parka, and it was very warm, and I fell asleep. And I think my DP, Michael Balfour, actually poked me at some point. He said, "Will someone wake up the director?" And I was like, "Oh, I have to call it action." I have never done a full frontal scene before, and David and I are friends. And one of the things that came up was that I shouldn't read my emails while I'm on set waiting for things, and I misread his email. What I thought he said was that he was going to do the shower scene in the nude. I said, "Great." And he came up to me and he said, "Just double checking you're good with that." I was like, "Yes." I went home, reread the email, and he wanted to do the whole gym scene naked, not just the shower scene. And by then I had okayed it to everyone, so then I was just gonna live with this, right? And actually there is a rationale for that. A lot of serial killers that are maybe sexual sadists do enjoy soiling other things, so then that was fine. The actual closed set doing of it, David said, "Well, wear a sock." That's fine. So and so I was looking, I want to make eye contact with him, and I adore him, but there's just lines that I didn't feel that we needed to cross. So I ended up covering my face with the sides until they'd call frame, and then I would look up, and there his face would be. And every so often, the sock would fall off, and the camera crew, bless them, would shout out things like "nutsack," and then we would actually cut. It's funny because I can do violence, I can do, basically an action sequence. Those things don't bother me. It's the quiet, intimate moments and the nudity that actually I actually have to turn around and think about. So as filmmakers, we get caught up in the financing, we get caught up in, who's going to distribute it and who's going to sell it. But at the end of the day, it really is about you connecting with the people who are going to watch your films. If you're not engaged with them and you're not telling stories to them, then it's a good reminder that that's what it's all about.